Hello and welcome to my presentation of my professional portfolio. My name is Piero and this is for the Capstone course in the Master of Education program at Northeastern University. I created this portfolio using the website Celio, which is up here. As you can see just by looking at the main page, Celio allows me to give you some information about what I'm currently doing. I am currently the Assistant Dean of Curriculum and Faculty Support at MIT. This is a fairly new position that I've been at for about 3 months, and it's been a fantastic experience so far, and very excited to be there. The portfolio also allows me to give you some quick information about who I am as a person. A quick blurb here is that I'm enthusiastic, motivated, I'm kind of nerdy, I'm certainly dog obsessed, and I consider myself to be a higher education administrative leader, which is something that I think you'll see throughout my work in the portfolio itself. I'm also a first generation student, which is something that I've recognized through building this portfolio has really shaped my career so far and also shaped my experience in the master's program itself. And to be honest with you, it's something that I really hope continues to shape my career and learning experiences going forward, especially in the field of education. So the purpose of this video is to quickly give you a little more insight about the choices I've made as far as the topics that I've written about, and then the design layout. You'll see that I've scrolling down a little bit. The larger square here is about my professional philosophy, which is to be happy. Very very groundbreaking stuff. But it's actually, if you get a chance, really, it would be great if you could read about it because it does give you a lot of insight about as far as how I see myself and how I see the field of education as a professional. But to quickly give you information about the work that I've highlighted. It's somewhat chronological. So follow the leader is when I first graduated from my undergraduate college and decided that I did not want to do what I had studied for 4 years and spent a lot of money learning. I decided to follow some of the advice of different leaders, and specifically one leader that I worked for in education, and follow a path in higher education administration. It was a really scary time, but I learned that above all things, I had this ability to adapt fairly easily, which is something that I've carried with me ever since. Trial by Hire, which is here with the New York Film Academy logo, is about my experiences as the registrar of the New York Film Academy, which is a film and acting school in Manhattan. And not to get into the nitty gritty of it, but basically I was at a big school, or actually a small school that was growing, and pushed into a leadership role, which I did not really have any experience in. And I really just had to learn on the fly and kind of make things up as I went. And I learned a lot about not only managing a staff, which I had of about 8 people, but also leading them and how to really motivate people to do their best work given really tight deadlines and kind of a stressful environment. I also learned to kind of trust my voice and trust what I thought were sound ideas. I think, especially as we grow within our careers, early on, it's just normal for us not to trust what we think and what we're saying, especially if other people who seem to know better are saying something different. But my time at the New York Film Academy really helped me understand my voice and trust in the things that I'm saying. And then finally, beyond leadership, which is this over here, I'll actually click through it because there's a cute picture of my dog Yoda. But Beyond Leadership talks about my time at a rescue shelter where I volunteered. This doesn't have to do with higher education really, but there is a connection. So I worked at a rescue shelter, and I worked with a lot of hard luck dogs, dogs that came from pretty tough backgrounds, a lot of pit bulls. And they had gone through some pretty tough times. This is Yoda. He's not a pit bull. He's a wrinkly faced, what I don't know, kind of a Boston Terrier and other stuff. But anyway, so I worked with a lot of these animals that they came from tough backgrounds, and the connection I made with higher education is that I realized that I really loved working with people and animals, of course, who needed help and just needed the opportunity to succeed in whatever they were doing. It's really shaped a lot of the work that I've done. It's shown me that there's more to life than just my career, but also it's shown me to look at my career as something more than just punching in and punching out and grabbing a check at the end of the week or the end of the month. Um, I love the work that I do in higher education. There's a reason why I've been doing it for 11 years. There's a reason why I went back to school after 10 years of not being a student to learn more about higher education. The reason I've done all of these things is because I understand that for me, education is a way to help those that need it. It's this unique product that can really transcend generations. It transcends socioeconomic classes, cultural backgrounds, geographical borders, which is kind of a shout out to the open learning class, and basically any other border that you can think of. Education is important, and that's why I'm excited to be even just a small piece in such a robust and certainly ever-changing field. Let me go back to one last thing I'll say about my portfolio real quickly. I provided a couple of examples of work that I've done. My assessment plan for college diversity, for the College Diversity Council at my old school, and then this presentation that I created on digital education in Peru. They both really emphasize my desire to work with non-privileged, non-traditional, and first-generation students to help provide access, but also to help provide guidance and mentorship, which is a focus that I do not see going away from me going forward. But anyway, that's my portfolio. I don't want to take too much more time. Thank you very much for coming. Please, if you have the chance to, please go through and read some of the stories if you want to learn more about me. And if you want to ask any questions or comment or whatever you want, please feel free to either click on my LinkedIn profile here, which allows you to email me directly, or send me a message through Celio. Thank you again. I hope you enjoy. Bye.